work for a fascist.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Beach, right?
How do you feel about destroying our country, Sean? How do you feel about that? Do you feel good about the decisions you're making? About lying to the American people? Do you feel good about lying to the American people? Do you feel good?
All right, well, is it appropriate to ambush White House staffers while they're out and about? I'm not sure what I would have done if I had run into an Obama press secretary at the mall, but let's ask our next guest what she would do. From the America First Project, Jennifer Lawrence joins me now. Jennifer, good to see you.
Hi, Dr. Gina. How are you?
Good, thanks. Now, Jennifer, do you think that treating people like this is appropriate? And do they really think they're going to get anywhere when they're being that annoying?
Well, I think that there are some people that deserve that. So here at the America First Project, you know, we do ambush style interviews and we do ambush people, but that's when they deserve it. And I don't think Sean Spicer was deserving of what that girl was going under. She's promoting fake news, talking about Russia and everything else. Again, the left is promoting this fake Russia business to cover up what they've done for the past 8 years. And they have a lot to answer for. So I think that, you know, yeah, it's her First Amendment right. She can do it, but she doesn't sound all that intelligent. And honestly, she made more of an idiot out of herself than anything.
Yeah, it seems that way. It seems that it's almost the new norm for people, leftists, to just shout people down with whom they disagree. And we have a lot of trouble finding any videos of their protests that don't have so many cuss words in them that we can't show them.
Yeah, I sent Jason a video that I shot at the March for Trump with Joy Villa, who I know is a good friend of yours, Dr. Gina. We were with her and Andre Soriano last week at the March for Trump in D.C., put on for Gays for Trump. And I actually went undercover with the Antifa. And I was in their protest and I got a couple great videos, but the vulgar language they use and, you know, their tactics are completely inappropriate. And I actually got a couple Trump supporters getting assaulted by these people. And this was a woman getting assaulted by a male Antifa. So I think these people are using tactics that the right would never use. And if we use them, they would be calling us, you know, we would be hanged in the streets for what these people are doing. So, you know, I really think that they need to think before they act. But you know, ambush style journalism is very useful sometimes, but it needs to be used in the right way for it to be effective.
Well, and I think ambush-style journalism is still respecting, you know, boundaries is a completely different thing than what we saw in that particular, where she was literally calling him names and making things up. And as you said, you know, you sent us videos and Jason showed them to me. We were trying to figure out how we could show the videos. We can't because they're so vulgar that literally we can't show enough of it without cuss words to even get the point across.
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
Not you, but them. Yeah.
I mean, I am from New York, so sometimes I do slip up. But no, these people are vulgar, and the language they use and the way they go about it is just not effective. I mean, if they want to go about that, they should be going it a different way. I mean, you can check out the America First Project on Facebook. We have the videos on there in their entirety. So if you want to check out the tactics that these people are using, check them out because, you know what, they're not going to stop. They are well funded. They have a lot of things planned coming up in the next, you know, couple months. And here at the America First Project, we're going to work to uncover everything they're doing and to show the disgusting tactics they're using.
Do you ever see people go to these like nice, normal people, and then when they see the way that side acts, getting turned off by their own side?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there are leaders that I know on the left who are very high up, who are very disgusted and honestly distraught in many ways by the way they are acting. You know, this country was built on protest and it was built on people going out and letting their voices be heard, you know, but when you're using tactics and you're assaulting people and you're using language and spitting on people and hitting police and running into police, you know, like physically running into police, you know, their message gets lost. And just because they're Democrats, they have a different view of America. They have a right to protest. But the peaceful protesters are being used as pawns by the people who want to be more violent, such as the Antifa, who are the anti-fascists, which, I mean, funny enough, they are the fascists, yet they call themselves anti-fascists. So they're using the peaceful protesters on the left to use these nasty tactics to go after Trump supporters. So I think we need to draw a distinction between between peaceful protesting and then using tactics that need to be looked at. Because, I mean, what they're doing to people at these Trump rallies is absolutely disgusting. They're physically assaulting people, and this needs to have a stop put to it.
Yeah, this is tribal, tribal behavior. And whenever people get tribal, what happens is they dehumanize those in another tribe. So they learn to think of them as not even human beings. This is, of course, true fascism. This is, of course, how Nazi Germany actually did happen. And it is they that are doing that. They've dehumanized anyone who supports Trump to such a degree that even a young, able-bodied man picking on an older woman with a Trump hat becomes acceptable.
Yeah. You know, and you bring up tribal or group thought. So I was a sociology women's studies major in college at the University of Colorado at Boulder. So I saw the tactics that they were teaching in my classes of how to go after people. And this was way before Trump. This was way before any of that even happened. So I can only imagine what is being preached at universities. And, you know, Milo Yiannopoulos, he was going around, and I've never seen so many people brought from the left to the right that Milo brought. And, you know, he was exposing what was going on school campuses. And it's really disgusting how the left has infiltrated the universities and the school systems in this country, and they're indoctrinating children because children spend most of their time at school. So whatever they're pushing at school is what they're going to learn. So they're being brought up with leftist tactics.
Yeah.
And, you know, they get into that group thought, the group mentality.
Yep, it's exactly right. I'm sorry, Jennifer, we're out of time, but we appreciate you. AmericaFirstProject.org. Back in a sec.